If I tell her this one last thing about me, I'll probably lose her. This is the opening of Dave Moore's The People Beyond the Sciences. A story, at least in my interpretation, explores the bias against the mentally ill, as well as the complications mental illness brings to intimate relationships. But before we get into the analysis, a brief introduction. Hello, I am Tremaine. I am a co-host on the Red Prose Society along with my friend and fellow writer Sean. On this channel we are looking to explore the world of creative endeavours from all its aspects. So if you are a fellow creative and are interested in joining us on this journey, please do subscribe. For a brief word on the writing, I will express that the prose is clean and cut well, in a feeling of classic Kiwi speech. Moore does not attempt to hide behind the facade of adverbs or colourful descriptions, but instead uses basic and clear language to communicate. We depart our couple in this trying hour as we had met them in the beginning, with the protagonist on the cusp of revealing the information that may end his relationship, leaving a well-cut cliffhanger. This story I found when I was going through the year's best Aotearoa New Zealand science fiction and fantasy volume 1. What attracted the story to me was this strange title. The People Beyond the Sciences. What did that mean? Was it some pseudoscience hack talking about the healing effects of crystals, trying to make a quick buck? Was it a spaceman reporting back to a dead planet? These possibilities drew me in. Then, of course, the opening line. The hook. Who is he telling? Why would she leave? What has he done? It is important for any viewer interested in getting a piece of work published to remember the importance of exploiting human curiosity. When reading this short story, I was struck by the similarity in experiences between myself and our protagonist. I too have experienced sensory hallucinations and felt I have at times communed with the dead. Whether this is true or not is immaterial for the purposes of this analysis or video. When we are introduced to the concept of the protagonist's visions, we are brought to a problem that many who experience these things have. What do you tell someone you love? Do you say on the first date, oh, by the way, I see dead people in the bodies of sexual fluid built rats scuttling along the floor when I get stressed? Now, if one has an STI or physical disability, it is common to disclose this, even legally required in some cases. However, for the mentally ill, it can be a series of questions and stories that may make the other person uncomfortable. Attempts, needles, wards, and pipes may be in any of the stories from the person's past. When around the neurotypical, this can provide a set of challenges. This is explored well in the story when the protagonist is telling the reader about Min's past, Min being his girlfriend, wife. Min's past with drug addicts. A genuine fear is rising in him. It's not drugs that have induced this or a physical injury, but pure organic insanity. But Min may not understand this. The protagonist now stands at a crossroads. How do I explain this? How do I tell this woman I love that I see spirits and have never brought it up to her as I did not trust she would stay? But one of my opening remarks may actually shed some light. What did he do? When you read the hook, that may be a thought that goes through your mind. What did he do? This is challenged when you enter the story. Is it his fault? Is withholding this information from his partner fair? Did he owe her an explanation? These moral questions are to be explored by the reader themselves. So go into the comments and feel free to express your opinion on this matter. Are people who have experiences some would deem noteworthy required to disclose them? Do people have the right to know our past, our troubles? At what point do you tell someone? Thank you for watching this far, and I hope to see your opinions in the comments. Remember, if you enjoyed this, to like and subscribe. We are still hammering out our schedule, so please be patient. But for now, I have been Tremaine. This has been the Red Prose Society. I hope to see you in the next video. Ka kite.